Poland right now is facing some real legal issues when it comes to making a decision on Benjamin Netanyahu, and they made it clear that they are not going to be arresting this guy Netanyahu you can see on the screen. Now, ICJP, International Center for Justice for Palestinians, they have now challenged Poland to think about its decision and arrest Netanyahu if he sets foot in Poland. Take a look at this particular article, but before I move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Consider subscribing. ICJP challenges Poland over exemption of Netanyahu from arrest warrant. The International Center for Justice for Palestinians, ICJP, has said it has written to the Polish government that challenging their guarantees not to arrest Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu at the 80th anniversary of the liberation of, I don't even know how to pronounce that. In a statement released on Friday, the ICJP said that it had written to Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk as well as the Foreign Minister and Justice Minister over the visit, which it says, quote-unquote, raises critical issues of compliance with international and domestic law, end quote. The ICJP said it recognized the significance of commemorating Holocaust victims and the liberation of Auschwitz-Birkenau, but added that the international legal consequences of the guarantee to Netanyahu made under resolution number RMO 611-225 of the Polish Council of Ministers are wide-ranging. Quote, the resolution may facilitate impunity for individuals subject to arrest warrants issued by International Criminal Court or ICC, including wanted war criminals suspect Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Galan. Both Netanyahu and former Israel Defense Minister Galan are wanted by the International Criminal Court on charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity, including the use of starvation as a weapon of war. This is what is happening with the Polish government. They are going to be challenged, and other countries should also take note of that. If those governments are getting challenged and they lose it, this is going to be a huge embarrassment for those governments if they don't abide by the Rome Statute that a lot of these countries they have signed. One country did not sign, and that is other countries did not sign. One of them is United States. Take a look at what Joe Biden said when he was asked this question about Putin getting arrested. Obviously, now we know that Joe Biden, he said, we do not follow Rome Statute, and therefore arresting Netanyahu doesn't apply to our country. But when Putin faced the same consequence for his action in Ukraine, Joe Biden was delighted, and he said, even though we don't follow ICC, but nevertheless, they have a very, very strong point. Take a listen.
Reaction to the International Criminal Court issuing an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin?
Well, I think it justified it, but the question is not recognized internationally by us either. But I think it makes a very strong point.
Reaction to the international
makes a very strong point. But when it comes to Netanyahu, it doesn't make any point, doesn't make any sense for Joe Biden. We all know their hypocrisy. But the people of Poland, they are not hypocrite. They are raising their voices. They're standing up. As you can see on the screen, they're coming out protesting against the government to actually to actually arrest the Netanyahu, the criminal. The Polish people want Netanyahu arrested as per the ICC arrest warrant demands. Now, another instance, the Polish people came out in a snowy weather, and this is what is said. Community members in Poland, lots in Poland, braved the snowy weather to demand that government arrest Netanyahu once he sets foot on the Polish soil. So again, the Polish people are coming out and protesting against their government's decision not to arrest Netanyahu. And then you also have this guy, Vladimir Putin, who was supposed to be arrested in Kazakhstan, but when he arrived there, nothing happened. Take a look. He is coming from his plane. He just landed in Kazakhstan. It was back in November 24 last year. Then again, when he visited another country, Mongolia, they were supposed to be actually implementing that law of ICC, but when Putin visited Mongolia, he was not obviously arrested. He was not arrested in Kazakhstan. The point here is this. He is a man who knows he did not commit any crime, at least not the way Netanyahu did. He is therefore traveling different countries without any fear. Putin knows deep down in his heart that what he did was for his country, to protect his country from NATO's expansion and the Western imperialism. But for Netanyahu, he knows that he committed crime, he committed genocide. Therefore, he doesn't set foot outside Israel. Forget about Israel. He's always underground in the bunker. He's so scared and terrified. But again, I mean, 2 arrest warrants for 2 individuals and 2 completely different kind of reaction. It speaks volume in of itself. Now, this guy, he lost everything after especially the ceasefire deal. They must completely withdraw after the ceasefire agreement. Their economy is destroyed. Netanyahu faces war crime arrest warrants. They are now isolated on the global stage. They suffered thousands of casualties. They must free now over 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. So this is the loser, the war criminal. Now, when U.S. Congress heard that Putin would be arrested according to the ICC arrest warrant, they were very happy. They supported ICC. But when same institution, ICC, issued arrest warrant against Netanyahu, they freaked out. And this is what they said. They are working, I think they are still working on sanctioning ICC, the U.S. congressman. And when they were confronted by this particular lady, she's very brave. She went to Capitol Hill, I believe she's inside, and she's confronting those congressmen about their hypocrisy, how you support Putin's arrest and you are now sanctioning ICC for issuing arrest warrants against Netanyahu. Take a listen.
How are you?
Do you know how you're voting on the International Criminal Court?
I just voted yes.
To sanction it?
Just voted yes.
Do you think the court is anti-Semitic?
Just voted yes.
Well, why did you vote yes? You must have a reason. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe no reason.
I'm voting yes.
Why?
Proudly.
Why? Why do you want to sanction the court?
Because they're screwing up.
You're a bunch of lefties? What about when
Yeah, this is so pathetic. She was walking behind them, asking them, why are you voting yes for sanctioning ICC when you applauded ICC's decision to arrest Putin? Complete hypocrisy, blatant hypocrisy, whatever you want to call them.